Hey New City, and welcome back to the $5 Gift Club, where we believe that through small amounts we can make a big impact. This month I was able to sit down with my new friend Parvati as she shared her family's journey these last few years, and now how she is helping others despite the sufferings that they have experienced. We cannot wait to show you how your generosity has made an impact this month. So I'm sitting here with my new friend Parvati at New City Church, who just has an incredible story of what her family has been going through these last few years and where they're at right now in life. But Parvati, why don't we begin and you just introduce yourself, your family, and all that good stuff.
My name is Parvati. I am a mom to Yash, who's 10 years old, and Ira, who's 4, and my husband, Krishnan.
Awesome.
I'm also the founder of the Krishnan Family Foundation.
That's awesome. So, we'll get into all those details, but really, I think we have to take your story back a few years to really grasp the whole context of where you're at today.
Yes. So we were a very chill family, had a son who was wonderful, and he was 6 years old, and life went as normal, as planned, with everything perfectly, placed. And then our daughter was born, and she, at birth, had some congenital anomalies that did not add up. And we had some amazing community pediatricians who diagnosed her pretty early on with a condition called Bardet-Biedl syndrome, which leads to eventual blindness, and they have learning disabilities and a lot of other issues with that, including obesity. But she was a happy little chubby girl who went through life, learning, had a lot of therapies going on, and while she had all of this going on, our son continued to thrive in school, but had GI issues that needed more repeated surgeries and scopes and stuff like that. So we just managed life that we could. On our daughter's first birthday, she came down with a very severe kidney infection that then triggered an autoimmune condition called opsoclonus myoclonus syndrome. For which basically attacked her brain, and it made her lose all of the progress that she had made with therapies. She became nonverbal. She could not move after that as much. She could not stably stand and had a lot of issues with that. So then started the journey with trying to figure out what to do with that. They are both rare conditions and rare diseases, and it's hard to try to manage one or the other. They don't have cures, but they have symptom management to then bring them to be stable. Our daughter never got to that point where she became stable.
And you would think, I would guess that, once that happened, that finally, this end or this chapter in my life might be over, but we know that didn't happen. Walk us through what took place later with your son.
So then our daughter, after that, we brought her back home, and she had a wonderful few months before she passed away. And intuitively, as parents, you just know when things are not right. And our son kept going back and forth to Boston Children's for many treatments, and in between would get admitted here locally at different hospitals. And after our daughter passed away, a month later, he had a scope. And when we went there, that was the first time he had cancer growing in a part that they weren't expecting. It was a month after she passed away. We were grieving. We were dealing with trying to fight for keeping our son alive, and it was interesting and very, very surreal. Because it was more like, okay, what more can possibly happen?
What does that look like numbers-wise of how many children suffer with these things, including your own?
Both our children have a condition called BMMRD. It's biallelic mismatch repair deficiency syndrome. From research, from studies, and from what doctors have told us, there have been about 200 people in this world ever diagnosed with this condition. There may be more that have remained undiagnosed, out of which we have 2 of those children. Our daughter passed away last year. Our son is a survivor and a fighter. There is no cure for this condition. They will get cancer throughout their life, and the hope is to stay ahead of it and prevent it when we can, or deal with it when we reach that point.
Wow. So it's been a lot for your family these last few years, I would
say.
That's an
understatement. Yes, it has been a lot.
But now you're doing some really cool things with advocacy, with, working with the Ronald McDonald House, looking to really fight this and bring out those families who may feel like they're alone. So what does that look like for you now? What does advocacy look like for your family?
For us, our children matter.
Yeah.
They may or may not be here, but they mattered.
Yeah.
And they have a place in history. Part of our foundation's goal is to bring this awareness and advocacy that first, please get your children tested. It's okay. If they do have this condition, it is not the end of the world. It matters what you do with them. Sharing our story, we hope that other families will see that it is not the end of the world. Getting a diagnosis.
It's really a lot of strength that we see in your story and what you're able to do. But how can we pray for the people watching this video? What do you look to accomplish through all of this, and how can we pray for your family and what you're doing?
Pray that parents who get the diagnosis realize that it still matters. Their child still matters. It does not matter what the diagnosis is.
Yeah.
It is how you live that life.
Man, that is incredible. Well, thank you so much for sitting down, being willing to share this story, be so open about what your family is going through. And we wanted to hear your story, but even on top of that, we also have something, I didn't tell you about this. We have something here at New City Church called the $5 Gift Club, where we invite all of our people who go here to give an additional $5 on top of their monthly offering. And so we know that you are in a nonprofit, raising support, looking for research. So we also wanted to help a little bit.
Thank you.
And so I do have a check for
oh my God.
$500
Thank you so
to go
much.
towards however that can help.
Thank you so very much. This was...
So I didn't tell you about that, but we really believe in what you're doing.
Thank you.
And so whether that goes to the Ronald McDonald House or however it can help you guys in what you're doing, we believe in it. We think it's incredible.
So very much.
No, thank you for sitting down with us.
No, we are more than happy to support. And we just... Positivity comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
And hope is something that exists, even in the darkest of times.
Absolutely.
And in honor of our daughter's birthday that just went by, thank you very, very, very much for this huge donation.